Welcome to Spider-Verse Minute, the tri-weekly podcast where we watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 1 minute at a time. I'm Sean Slater.
And I'm his sister Caroline.
And today we're watching minute 103, which opens with Miles talking to his dad on the phone and ending a minute later with Spider-Man hugging Officer Davis.
I have titled this minute Father-Son Moment.
I really love the emotionalness of this minute.
I love the emotionalness of this moment.
It's not just Miles being a bit awkward, but it's also his dad being just a little bit weird.
I would almost argue that his dad is being more awkward and Miles is just kind of sitting there listening.
Yeah, his dad is, like one of the lines his dad says that I think is just beautiful is his, "You could throw up some of your art."
That whole mini sequence of just him, I was thinking, you and I could find a blank, privately owned, maybe at the police station, wall, where you could throw up.
And, it's just his dad, really trying to use the, not even trying to be hip, but trying to show that, he knows the right lingo for Miles's hobby.
Yeah. I love at the very end of it, you can just hear him under his breath just go, "Man, I'm bad at this."
Yeah, I totally feel
he's
for
so
Jeff.
where it's that's not at all what that was supposed to be.
Yeah. I do like, though, him, before that bit, it is really good that that Jeff admits that he was wrong. When Miles asks if he was able to catch the guy that did it, and Jeff just straight up says, "I thought I did," or when he asks if he knows who did it,
yeah,
and he just straight up says, "I thought I did, but I was wrong." It's really nice.
I love that moment so much. A little before that, just because I want to talk about it because it's not as wholesome. Well, it can be a little wholesome, but my mind went a little less wholesome. When he's talking to his dad, I love how Miles takes off his mask. And I think it was really smart because we get to see Miles as emotional. He's talking with his dad, and I think it's also more it's not Spider-Man talking, it's Miles.
Yeah.
However, the less wholesome thing that I thought of is when he took off his mask, I immediately thought of the first Deadpool movie, where Deadpool, during one of the early iterations of his costume, after shooting someone, looks to the camera and goes, "Is the mask muffling my voice?" And I just couldn't help but think, I wonder if Miles thinks the mask is muffling his voice.
Yeah, I liked Miles's the double meaning behind his "I'm so sorry."
Yeah,
it's him apologizing for, it's just what you say when someone loses somebody, and it's also him being "I'm sorry that I caused this."
Yeah, I think there's also a bit of "I'm sorry I didn't contact you earlier." There's so many layers to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I don't know, at least right now, he's not gonna tell his dad that full story. I really hope they do touch on that, though.
Yeah, me too.
Because, yeah, that would be really... I mean, Miles isn't at fault.
Yeah. It would probably be an awkward conversation. Not really on Miles's part, because I don't think Miles is aware that his dad thought he was I don't think his dad is Spider-Man killed my brother.
No, I think he is.
Do you think he does?
Because he was sitting on top of the roof, and then he heard his dad call for the APB, and then he ran
that's
away.
Right. Yeah. But that's going to lead to an awkward conversation in the future.
Yeah.
One of the jokes that I really liked towards the end of the minute was after Miles hangs up. After, Jeff trying so hard to be a good supportive dad and knowing the spray painting graffiti lingo and not. I love when Miles hangs up, his dad's like, "What, Miles, come on, C-Mobile." And I'm C-Mobile. You get a different provider there, my man.
Yeah, he does. I feel at first I felt like he realized that it was dropped a bit too quickly, and then I realized Miles probably actually just hung up on him, and so it made the clicking sound indicating that the line died.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really funny where he's like, Miles? Ugh. It dropped.
It was great. And then he immediately gets startled by Spider-Man.
Yeah. And I love Miles's deep voice, his man voice.
I loved the surprised look Jeff gets when Spider-Man just drops him in a hug.
Oh yeah, and he's
He's
like, okay.
This is happening. Do you think he has an idea that this Spider-Man is younger than the other one? Or do you think he just thinks he's shorter?
No, he's. I think he definitely thinks he's younger because like Miles still isn't really done growing, and so I wanted to say Miles is still a bit too short. Like I feel like Miles is still a bit too short to be just a short adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like
okay.
I know there can be short adults.
Oh, there are plenty of short adults, but no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
And I think just like his Miles probably doesn't look like an adult yet, really. Like his proportions are probably still a bit wonky.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes more sense than just being a short adult. His head's a bit too big for his body. He's like a giant baby. But yeah, I think definitely with the hug, and then Jeff will probably like if they do end up like having either just Jeff or Jeff and Rio find out, I think Jeff will be the one to piece it together, and probably. Then it'll be like Miles will be the one to break it to him. I just hope they don't make that like a plot point, like one of the major like I was supposed to trust you, or like
I don't know if I could see the way I could see them going about it is more Jeff kind of goes the more protective dad route.
Yeah.
And not even in the bad way, just more like, dude.
In the comics, though, like, it was a fairly, like, easy transition. Not easy, but, like, it was just a, like, okay, that's it. Move on. Like, we'll deal with this kind of thing.
How early was it revealed, like, into Miles being Spider-Man?
It depends.
Okay. Because, like, I could see that being an impact. Like, well, Miles has been Spider-Man for, like, almost a year now, and he's clearly doing fine compared to he's only been doing this for, like, a month.
The reason I say it depends is because it was revealed twice.
Okay.
There's, in the 1610 universe, so, like, in the Ultimates universe, I forget exactly how they find out, but he'd been doing it for a while-ish, and then I don't remember if his dad knows then or not. But some stuff happens, and then when the universes get merged during the Secret Wars storyline, Miles's family is brought over as part of that, because technically the Ultimates universe got destroyed. I don't remember if they're brought back with the knowledge, or if it's something that has to be re-revealed, but it does get re-revealed, because I think even at one point, like, his dad threatens to ground him from being Spider-Man, where his mom does. But yeah, no, they definitely do know.
Well, my point in asking was that would dictate the reaction a little more.
Yeah, I feel like they've been better reactions, like, or kind of better / realistic reactions, and not the like soap opera.
Yeah, because there have been shows in the past where they've had like a superhero child or something, and they've been fighting crime for a long while.
Yeah.
And then it gets revealed to like their parent or something, and the parent's like, it's too dangerous for you. You're never doing this again. It's like, they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So if they did something like that where it's like he's been doing it for a while and then he's kind of like freaking out, it's like he's good. He's got this figured. He's aware of the dangers.
I feel like they could kind of do it a bit better with, or at least that could work a little bit better with Jefferson, with Jeff, because he's a cop, and so he would have that like, do I arrest my son because he's a criminal?
That would be sort of interesting. Where it's like, well, on one hand, it's my son. On the other hand,
yeah, like Spider-Gwen does that. It's still a pretty quick resolution for that one, I think.
I remember, at least in the ones I read, it was like, hold on, you're Spider-Woman? She's like, yeah, I am, Dad. Well, crap.
Yeah, and that's pretty much like, he's like, okay, well, I gotta be like, and that also comes up because it's like, oh, was Captain Stacy compromised because he's known the identity of Spider-Woman and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
yeah, do you have anything else for this minute?
just two quick animation notes is I love that they do the line pops when Miles comes back into sight, or I guess pop lines. But when he pops in, they just do the 3 little like lines to show he popped in. And then they also do a good job of when Jeff is talking to Miles on the phone. They do a really good job of making it Miles listen really well. Like they do his animation of like listening and nodding at the right spots. That can get really hard because you have to show like, emotions without saying things, and so they did I thought they did a really good job there.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a nice wholesome minute.
Yeah.
with some goofy awkwardness. I will say, seeing Jeff be very awkward here does show me exactly where Miles got his awkwardness.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like he got it from his dad. Yeah, well, and that wraps up this minute. Thank you all for listening, and we will catch you on Wednesday with minute 104. Until next time, thanks for listening.
Bye.